Hey everybody, what is going on? It is DJ. Today we have the PlayStation Plus games, the free games that come out every month, and I picked two of them, the two that were the biggest, especially in terms of downloads. I think they're both right around 30 gigabytes each, roughly. But we got For Honor here. Now you get three classes that you could choose from. You got the Knights, the Vikings, and the Samurai. Now, I have always been fascinated with swords, so the fact that I can choose one of these classes is actually really freaking awesome. But Samurai looks a lot better to me in terms of, how I want to play, how I want to look. So I went ahead and did a Samurai. So you can see, he looks a little weird. He looks a little goofy, honestly. He's like a samurai with like a leather jacket with some symbol stitching and stuff. But so I'm gonna quickly go through. Now I've played through. You can see I have the gameplay going here. Now it's a game where there's some action, but you got to be patient. And I'm not a patient person. That's why I play Call of Duty and just run around and do random stuff. But so there's a lot of patience and timing and things like that you got to do. Some of the controls did take me a little bit to get used to. And honestly, I don't think I'll ever get used to all of them because some of them are just they kind of like they're those controls that you're not used to actually doing. So, but the fighting scenes, I do like the fighting styles. Now the stamina runs out, I think, really quickly. But it's what it is. I guess it just helps it not make it super overpowered, I guess. But so it's not extremely super quick in terms of like the play style, unless you're. I mean, I haven't tried the online yet, so I'm sure if you're going against friends or something like that, then it'll be a little bit faster of a game pace. But for the tutorials and things like that I was playing in the campaign, it wasn't super quick, but it was quick enough, but also slow enough for me to actually get used to the controls and stuff. So keep that into consideration. I would recommend doing the tutorial first because going into this game without knowing is not exactly the best thing, especially when you got different things like you can see the R3 thing that I got going on there on my character. Well, I mean, let's just say that it gives you a lot of different things you can do at a lot of different times, especially when someone goes to hit you. You can reflect the attack, and it's just there's a lot of stuff. Now I actually had a buddy of mine who actually lives in the same area and he's been wanting me to get this game for I don't even know how long now. And now that it's free on PlayStation Plus, he usually streams it, but I'm thinking if I can get in a game with him. He actually sent me a message telling me to get good. So I actually hate it when people do that because I try hard if I need to. I do. I'm sorry. That's what happens. But so once I get the controls down, I'm gonna challenge him to a match and see if I can record it and see exactly what the heck I can even do in this game. He's been playing it forever now. I've been playing it for like 2 days. So see what happens. Now you can see we just kicked in a door. All right, we samurai kicked a door, right? So the interactions in this game, I don't know if you can actually pick up like bottles or anything and like throw them at people and stun them. I don't know, haven't gotten there yet, but it is definitely interesting how they did implement some of the things where you can open up gates to get to new areas. You can actually in a little bit you'll actually see you can switch your weapons around and stuff, which is pretty cool. But one thing that I do not like is when you go to stun somebody, you actually, if they can easily hit you super quick, and it kind of irritates me a little bit. But okay, so guys, so you can see on screen we got some of the characters here. Now, from what I can tell, especially in the download store or PlayStation store, you can actually get new costumes for the characters, and I think maybe even the new characters, especially those that are locked. But what is actually pretty cool is when you can customize the crap out of these guys. I didn't think you could be able to really do much, but you can do a whole bunch of stuff. So it was kind of shocking. Like, look at all this stuff. But you could actually put something on each armor, like your armor, your weapons, different parts of your weapon, all sorts of crazy stuff that I don't even have yet. And I was sitting there, I was so stunned. I actually sat here for I think like a good 3 minutes just looking at it because I'm like, what the heck? But so it is cool that they implemented that you can actually change up your character in these kind of ways. I didn't think that would be too in-depth on a game like this, but you know, here it is. So that's that. It's here, you know, deal with it, right? So I'm not exactly sure how to get the gear, so I'll have to get back to you either in the comments or something, but I do look forward to playing this game a little bit more, although I do got some more Destiny and stuff I gotta play because they just keep coming out with crap and I can't ever keep up with it. So but you know, we'll see how this game turns out. The controls, like I said, definitely gonna have to get used to them. There is a bunch of different game modes: the story mode, the multiplayer, the campaign. I think there's trials or something like that as well. But you know, we'll have to see, right? But this is just a quick rundown to let you guys know, you know, some of the things you can do, and you know, we'll have to see what happens to the game. So stick around, guys. I might be doing more of this in the future, hopefully. So the next game we have is actually Hitman. Now, I don't know if this is like a 100% online played game, but as soon as I loaded it up, I got hit with it wanting to sign in to the Hitman servers. They have a special name. I don't know what it is, but so I'm not really 100% sure. I didn't really shut off the internet just to kind of find out, but from what I could see, it might be. Now I actually went ahead because I'm used to the Call of Duty type controls, and you know how the shoot layout is, and I actually looked and I cannot change the shoot and aim and all that fun stuff on the buttons. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be too much into this game. Now I did play the older Hitmans, and I enjoyed them, but the way the controls are, I mean, yes, I mean if you played it enough, you could definitely get used to it. But when it comes to like playing this for a certain amount of hours and then going to like another shooter game like Call of Duty or something, and then going back and forth, I can see that you would probably get a little irritated with, you know, you'll probably just accidentally, oh crap, I meant to do this on this button. So there's that. But I mean, you can customize everything else pretty well, which is, I guess, important, besides the control layout. So yeah, there's that. The run is very weird. You don't push the R3 or L3 buttons to sprint. You gotta actually push 2 buttons at once. It's I don't know, but we'll see. So from what I can tell, this game he's being tested. Now I would like to say that I know I didn't put spoilers in for Honor, but I mean, if you haven't played the games yet, I am doing the gameplays here, so if you didn't want to see it, then I would recommend clicking off of it. So you can see he looks the same as it usually does. He has that wonderful barcode on his neck, well, on the back of his head, which is kind of, doesn't stick out or anything. But in this game, we're going around, we're actually knocking this guy out just so we can get on the ship. This is actually just the very first mission thing that I had to do. I would also recommend doing the tutorials for this just to kind of get a feel for the controls, being that it is a little bit different than a regular old shooter. So I'm actually going to go hide this body somewhere. I haven't decided where yet, but I don't really see why it matters because there's a giant blood splat in the middle of the walkway. So I actually see a cupboard here, so I'm going to actually see, oh well, there's that. I mean, we can hide in it, so I'm hoping that I can put the body in there. We're gonna go back and drag him around real quick and not look noticed or anything. But I do like some of the ways that they did things, right? So we can actually hide the bodies, open the doors and stuff while we hide them. We're giving this guy a big old hug while we put him in there, and he's safe and secure, right? No zombies are gonna get him, right? Awesome. Alright, we can't flush the toilet. No, we can hide in there with him. I guess that's cool. How's it going, buddy? How are you? Well, okay, well that's that. We can hide with bodies and hug them to death. I like that. That's cool. That's a plus, right? So, we're going to go ahead and get on that ship, right? So, we are on the ship. We are actually, this is our target here. We got that rich guy, you know, walking around like he's all fancy and everything. We are actually blending in right now. We are controlling this mini weird looking fake bar thingy, whatever the heck, and we're acting normal, right? I don't know why exactly no one has ever noticed in any of this. I mean, I know it's a game, but you have a giant barcode on the back of your head. How does nobody notice that? You're shiny bald and you're walking around with a barcode. I don't know. I don't. It's just something that's always kind of bothered me a little bit. It's just one of those things that just, I see it and I'm like, like why? So we're sneaking up on this guy. We have to, I think we're gonna assassinate him. I think, but we know for right now we are just listening in. But this is just the tutorial. So we are at the end though. I did complete the mission, at least that variant of it, and he is kind of under a test of some kind. Now, I'm sure if you play it a little more, you'll go on. I'm sure I might try to play it a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going to actually record it, you know, like any other game. But we'll have to see how it plans out. I'm sure I'll kind of point out some new things or glitches if I find them in the game. But they're talking about, like, he's really, really good. And we all know this. If you played the older Hitmans, you know he is amazing, right? So they're testing him, but they're wondering if he's testing them, right? So it's like a two-way thing that's going on. Like both sides are being tested. I don't really know. I don't feel like the Hitman actually needs to be tested at all, really. But you know, it's one of those things, right? So we are back in the actual ship area again, and they're really kind of expecting you to keep doing this mission until you get all of these crazy these training skills and all of your skills kind of, you know, the best that you can before you actually go and do these crazy missions. Now there is a lot of different reward type things that you got to do, and I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to finish all of them because there's a lot. Especially in each mission, and I don't know, but we'll have to see. So the game itself, I'm gonna have to say it's one of those games where I don't know if I'm gonna continue playing it a whole bunch, but you can see there's a lot of different things that you can do, so you got to replay it over and over again. But let me know what you guys think. This is just to give you guys a quick insight of the games and the size, 30 gigabytes roughly for each. Let me know in the comments if you guys continue to play the game. And until next time, guys, peace out.